This is the night I just want you to know. This is the night I just can't let you go. Why should we wait until tomorrow? Why should we wait until tomorrow? Well, I can't wait until tomorrow. I need you tonight. I drive away, but you're still on my mind. It's so hard leaving you behind. This is the night I just want you to know. This is the night I just can't let you go. Why should we wait until tomorrow? Why should we wait until tomorrow? Well, I can't wait until tomorrow. I need
Yat Arohada Kiski Hurriet, the Nebadant Buu Nygren, which now is Jishon the Modo, the Jigone, Athena Adono, which Athada was Kilto, Hitli Jingo, the Schlato, Lina was Killing, Hada Kisi Yo, by Hinsen, Hurriet Hanet Kitchenesh, in Dota Honetligida, Jono Kilnada Will Netna Horohan Kitchenesh, in Ha, the sheet on the Sanagi, that's it, ordered that should be sent down as a high kiss, that's it, ordered that I thought should be sent down when they kiss or change, what should Yides in Sona, hard sheet and not any yat in Hidini the lake, Hodoshi Hahodojish, Eda Hani, Naho Ahagi, a ma beta Hani, the more gone Besnaho Artolecho, a mae in Joni and Kamatin Heda Holonigi, Shiba Heta no sin, Sashin, Kamat, the Honda Holland and Beda Snittle, Shehon Station, Shamada Benashnittle, though a hot end the Shamasanet at the Honshel Holonigi, Beninat at the Yoba Hinsin, Shamayaja the Hollondo, Hoda Hot Egido, Shamayaja. Easy da she and in the Creato Ehani, she be do Hajo, as she adult, do the Mogoshin Yan that do sleep do a skido Kahon, so the Zin bed that do sleep do Hajo etan Zenotashi, a ma eta Hosagido, a mother Honda Holonigi, a hot end, and even Rasti, Nehemiah the Holodo, Ebeninan, Don Etani, Tlinigi a hot also be a mother Holo, do Heda the she hot obans in Casey Ada, Badina do Heda, Bellini. Nabi Gahada Shin to Hon Dale, the Generation Ma, a Hadole, a Haba, Hewinzin, Nenegim, a shin hot on that or slate, a hot on, a Mabehani, the where Try Scounching the Morgon, a hot on that or slate and so. The Hanses case the lake, she hot order, Nanis card and then still that hot that Enegim, and Sashi and Hide Yadahawan and I saw Trada, not was the Hashi between Yanda, Skins and Nish Toda, a day yande, she been Trayahot, a tot Sudazin, she I is a Behani, or headed up to Net door, Benend in the ship, a hot ocean, and John O'Donnell and son Francis, case a hot Edolith, Ada Hunt, the Nebeke of car, the Hanegida, Ehodo, Salau, but as under Hanesh Journal in the Eho, the Nebeta Hoyagi, Panahodil, Nihat Noda, Nikitchanal in the 8 Sabagan Hot Zana, Salau, but as under Matthias Cody Slim will ya, not Dean Nahast Ebenach, Archel, not Dean of Ashla, go your Kata down Hota de Sand, not being Kilhone, and so Hogi Ashla des is do Nahast the Haljan, and so and Tasigi Atharin is a teen of 13, the Hedet Lo, Honta Sado, Bena Yishlij, but see a Lejin, Hodenarado, Haidan, Kilpahozin or go a Sabagan Hodzan Salabas as Anigibich the hot osne, Hode Yilsande, where hot oh Yigrasnet, Hanedat, Enigim, Beshi, Salabich the hot osne, Hanegi Nahast Nake, Sebi, Hastra, Sos din hastra alla eshi honta hodolne adolto honne nanigi de nebenda hostnigi hadab nestagi Rashawn John hab nestra do yat non kichana honne elto ado honne nanigi nanishel daliagi la ashish las anigi behaz ani khajo bikehna hoshla illa khadshla shibka ishlago de nebenant ajloi la hadishla le so na kegone yol kalenda beige bikis anigi na ke nazbas na ke shla jodi hodoshin ni hikke do be ta hoznigi bekekonal sos khadeliado le eshin hoto at en hojen de nebenant abel khaz anje ta innishigi at en shandal nishigi hajo behez ani bekahom ita hoidos alto hajo ba ben sa ke sto hajo ba be di jaho di ho de nedo sani da bita ho yaigi che hada beden thagi da salauda bas anigi do na hoi aida besen da has anigi do gadit aida besen da has anje do isto mado jado chini da bikita tez igi anje la beso bedal thangi hajo alkendi kha di kha di jahno hoto behez ani la hadi shla kad khanne besh la hanne go shil na din dob na din ashla ikha dikai khahigi astran din dob an se bi nikidnet atichi hada beten kha dishi ho khadi shlage hot oi jo aslabe di tlelon len kedne chehetan nenigi do shikha do lgol yo shikeji han shtrahigi da be shikha do lgol nenigi eshin hot on be kha I ye do le no hot o khadi shla behez ani khadi shlage hot o shin begest kit do le kashi de neba Washington nigi de neba nant abel khaz anje hot o beso da bedadet iro salao don da alkhahigi da eshedin alsos yenda do nish no be la aslin do khadi shla arol to alchana da liagi na nishigi behez ani be la aslin hoji khatnaz nelen na akhsan bel khaz anje khatnaz nelig eshin keya na hazni ado yanji khahin jo da bel na hot agi keya nde yisnigi khat ta toba an din doba na hast keya sinnel go na hazni le kin lanade bi gatte len kilo go yeje go hoz do be etin se bedin doba an se bi be wajigi kin lane bi gatte hot keya na hazni do be hez ani rab gest ki le de nekis ani keya ye gata test ane Washington dit adol ni no keya na hasni eshu hot khatnaz ne le keya banade ando bakado yanji khahi jo bes anigi khahal do lito ne nada atando ebe beso nada indo ebe nikidne ad nada nishto le no hot behez ani bishje bekha isla be la asli ajla na kigo beshpanas an lenigi Casey Johnson ul yenigi aje yanna gado khalo hojem petsana hasnelo da behez ani keya ge desti do di de nekis ani keya ye khada det anigi behez ani da lato khasatahigi aru so shana azo behez ani be la asli go dishi en tan jato hawando di beshlahan go nezet tin do ba honne la de nen dal nishto le no yo ba hensen khodobe hanaste kitne ashon na nishbe da halon in jonie dishi hot on nezet tin do ba de nen nada deshne shaban ke huin zindole hot kilna hol jistole to alla da bes da ya nahin dege in al tradat enigi ara hore de neba Washington be nanal golto le huin zo hot hannen kiche nanish lar ara to danda sechi khatnaz lelbes has anigi dis din da ba tra de milen sa ba hot le tode dot se no be na hot est anigi yese be la asli hot on le de nedal dot nishigi don da dot antob ke hot hot on nishigi hot le no be khahol dot nishigi allade de milen sa toye kral ba nahal bil ho sechi igi be banki be ekid hot sa atsinstlish al ind egi khoanit atole aralto benal thangi so khahodel nehigi ashlade neznat din toye kral ko hashtani khatole ado so nana benal thangi trade neznat din doba na din tropa nahal eli kral ko toshje bi hasht ni khatole aro so le thatin doba ant alla تميل كسلا نا كيتسادا تحال جن أن السازي بيش تخشي بنادا دي تسيتولي هوت هاشين تلتشي كيدا هات إنيجي جو بيش لنا هنگو تخوا يسبت نهي لدنا نشتي يول يدو أوري ده بانا ده كاتو تنن دا غالدو دي ده هوت نو تخو بيتا تنيان دا التاهي ند تخو با دا تن نو ديشي هو نشيجي هوت بسنا هست آدولي أنيدي سبي هستي دي تو ياشون تنك إن دا تلزلدو أشون تنن دا تخو بتشو هوت دال أخو وند دان توشي أنا نشدي يدا نشين تخو سبتشو هوت دال ني تو أخو وند دا تنن تخو يدن لنا هو خال دول ني نو ديشي بيسو دي هو دا دول نشيجي بتشو هوت ديا أنا بيشلنا هن دا دي دا ستا نا دينا خي بتا نيشون يسم بيش ما دا سا أندو نات آنين كشي أسلنات ليسون أندا بتا تيج نشي با خي هوينزن لشي هودا نوته مسندون كتشيان دا زي ييغو ينداش نش كتادا هودا تون بنديل نش خدو بيها نست ديلا الكدا بتا تيج نشه شيت أتيا هود بناش نشتوي هاشي أشيغو هديش لاغو دي يبندا ديل نشتو دشنيرا دي حتى شي بتا تيج نشه دو غادا ديل جهان نا نشل تخو دول نيلش هوت أورا بانزس كيشو لاتشي دي داشين سودزن بندا هست آدا هوت بتا تيج نشه هايشي بنيا خواه نجي سيتو ليسلشنو هوت نا أتانا بيلا أسلسين دو يو هادا نكي دا هات انيجي نات آني دا إتلنيجي دا نبا واشنطن دا ساتو اتخان داش نشيجي باكي هوين زنوته هوت تخون تسخاجي بناتا تيج نشيشين تزدي نبا تخا تميل تسا يو بيسو أولي هوت بتا تيج نشتو لي هارو لون لي شائل تي كوشي سكندا يو تخوجب الخاوت زوجم هتسيس بكي تيست إنجي آجم انخائل تي دا هوجم يسي شتا إنشيجي نالني نالكخا بالخزقة آجا تنبا واشنطن هوت يندال نشيجي نال تصوص لخدا ديليا خنة الله أدال نئي يو تخو الزي الانترنت تخو بكي تيست إي بالخزقة دو الإشجا أخول زندو ليل بنية الغدانيت هوت أوشم باهودا نصن هوت بيخنست دي نال تصوص خدا دلنيجي دو بكي هودا هون نتلقي زي نالني نالكايجي خجون الإيغو أدو بكي هودا هون نيت دو ليل نيجي ديلا دينس إنجي إنو نيل بيخوز زنيجي دا أدو نالني الآتات نبجن داد إيجيدا ندلكا أرو تخيت أولا تادو الدلنه بين الكاهي خدا دلنئيجي خدوبها نسلته الكدا مسندو تشير كوشينا خيدا نبتسكاشي تاتيسلا خنتا هولودو ليسندم هوت إن سلوتو ناتسيجي ييغو باندا نيز داون دا إيدو تان خنال نه كوندا هاشي باخو زينكو إيكاد أساد مونا توتليل هوت بنيال تشيدا دو سنه نودا ينكسنتا هالنه يشيدو هوت إيدن تشين لادا كندا الكاهدا دي كان هنا هوت جوت نبي بالتهويل نأو بيجاتو ليسلشنويا هوتو بإسلاتا سيتلين هوتو ندا الكاهدا لادا الكنا دا يزوكو هوتو أشون جون لي بيتا خوزيهي لأنكو نانتيكو تون دا إلزيتا دو ليلتا نودا يشنسن دا حسنة هارولتو هنا نانجي إن لي واشنطن شكرات خديت دمو يجد دمو بيسخنية دا آده شكرات خديت ديجي لانج دا ستاهيجي كيه بيخويول ناسلي ينال نشيجي دوغ بيرغن بت نو هارولتو سلاون الكاهي ينها أهي كاش بتال بت نودا أدو بكاجي شلج وأن هاز تخانيجي نات آني بيبت أو تشيجي بكاجي شلج نات أهي كه أخو سنيتا نهاز تخانيجي آردا فلاسيتلين خدو ييغ باندا سيت إنوي واشنطن دا بيهز آني هجو الكي ندا دي نسو إدل نو نكاكا إليدو ليلخ نو أرودا باندا هونت آي نكو هدا دول نيلخ نودا هارولتو ها بتشنجي تنبي كيا ببانكي كيا أستخدم نل أسغاد نلقو أكوتو باهون تلادا نودا بندخويت أجون لي ها أجون كيدا تاني سهوتو كيا خدا دليادو تخدا بادا دو تسودا سيدو بيجا تنبيش لشي دلتولت أودا كيا سهودا هوت أو بسخدا هوستروغي ندن تلادا نودا بيش الخنسم إيشوت باندا سيت إندو شاشين دادنيل إيل نودا ليدا إني بيجي إيجي كاش بتال سلاون الكاهي ينها أهيجي لانج ستاهيجي بلغانا وجهيجي FBI director بد نو يا يسهوجة تنجي هتا بدن تاهيجي لو بدن هو يا شوره نكا ديل غوثي بحث سروية لاتو جه تنخدا بدن تخاط نودا هتو بيبس كندا هو سيل ندو يا خو نيزيم Ado hunne nanigi nanish ntsragi bet einishigi antchil astrago yol khalanda amato alchinna bagan astuido sani je hada beten khahida benye khadidi jato hoto alkhidi kha banda lit itnechinle ade hodo le no yandasti no hodo benaste shea hodo shilhas anigi yolanda azuza hoto shanna alkhato hodat anigi de neikhilnda halne ado to large salaw enni inda inishena bkinahodi nigi Salabathas Anjo, Zail in the Sealand, Nanibithas Anjo, Condan, the Ilsesgi, Benant Asa, any week in Adishni, Mike Henderson, well, yeah, hot ota, Enish, Eshin hoto, Hotanosin, Yego, but in that Osnish to snow. Arosto, Hodeshnet and Osono, Ban the Neshtrat and Osoe, Nast Nake, Sebi, so Sid Asa, Hastra, Asa, Hastra, Eshin hoto, Jono, that North in. Arosto, Bahuin Zinigito in Li, Data Hosiado, Hojo. Alkita not do ashon zedan da hoslata but the snow hoje shilhas anigi digi ashon the never Washington landa nishigi til zeda landa yizla hostobal khahot zoje team bebetochigi na kireneza tino wa stratino wa team bebetochigi sta team sense trango honzago tradije the never Washington yanda nishi til zenda yizla go tradino wa sebi til zel khoben da hatlagi khadedil bin no beshnaun Eshin hoto, Bahe Winzin hoto, the never Washington ashon, Tilze, the neto, Hagoshin, but the old logo chide, cleaning to Yashhoda, Satashin Heda, Honne, sit of Tahe, that will dotney, hot or Hago that is old was at Elzea, you had all asset, not only thought the Inda had car in the Elze, Hotasa or the bigger in the Patoni. Out of Lottenly, Dido Hantamona, Tlecochian, Nigi Horoba Hanastia, Washington, the base of Beneha that the Liago ashon khada jos ba base on get hota ila dak ehot saro amasida that enigido kando na oseda hodat enigida get hota dol nis no chian enni coal mine ade chian san dasi ni san khada nezet din ban sebet din ban so chian dasi ni aro das JGCHR do salauda that enigido an shehoroshel anigida tenen da chada chian bet khada ni hot oshi ba hoda no sindole aro to shgal khadit egi so lay kin saja egi a shimpi tro hotako oltrade I adesan ke de nedan londa istra na din do bana ke de nedan londa istra no eshi hotato oltra egi aro saan ke de nen lo at in da istra egi ya hat zi sta nezna de miljaje honela da istra hot in de asade na istra egi bahadot no es an kin de ne launch risa yellowman sayin need so but no hot o khahat zi eshi a shimpi troje بالخهات زوجي أدو أدي ناقه نو هتو أدي جنو بكدوشني دو بمدو بجأدو بكيدن لنيدو بحستين بألشنده أدي بكي خيغون أد إند دنن دا إستخيا هاتزي سيشي هدو باهن صدو خا هتو ييغو هتو ألتخايجي ألتخا نسخايجي هتو دو دنن لنيجي هتو هاتزي تا دو خا هتو باهن نيسيت أبنينا أدي شغال خديت دو باخي هنتنو أدي ناشاندم أدو تو أتاندا ينلي قايبي ترو أدي Lahazli Acho at Enestuido Sani da Belinda has Anigi at Hela a large Sani Hato Leto Hela large has Twido Leto no Hashim Johoje needed Behasti the Nebach and Ninja Gaudo se beats at Tato Natina Schlap Kana Hegula it the Nebach de Aji Hela large a Masanado Chedo Leto Nala Stanado Nala Stido Leto no the Hashim at Kahon Nep added Kahon Slohashi added Hanslinde is she hot on Ado Stottenly a large has Twido Letigi Jesse Salt with the Neshje Adonly a large Sani do Let and then married the low to Lani Lake hot on Juno Lahazlim Adoth get a deal Nigi ba Winton Adoth Beshma Hasan Adon Lenigi Halina Nes begame to Hashin Juno Sinyande days but this Chinigi she danda but this Chinigi Behon near Hashi Sinde days Ado Latonta Ilji hot on so he had ole as Twido Sani than Lenigi get a doshnido as isoda san get your wishla Arodik another hodon Nisigido Haila Kina Ilte Nenigida Ishi Atso na Kizata Koyos Casa Ishi Nikisla Behen Nito Leka no Ishi Beho Atole Leshin Sa Akan Salad and Lenigido Sata Salau Tapetition and that Nishigi Yego Behoton the never care of a car had noda Ishi Hoton Bahoda no Sindole in his la Behen Nito Lek Atso na Kizata Yos Kaskon Aroso the more yajagon isnaz pas do tsel cheat as kando tsel sodes khada lin del tkepna ho eshe bekka lin del tkegeshe yese nizragon del tkehot obeshlahon ba ho zeni ho de shalta no son shnal lin de dotja da no so a tin din de neznet din do ba shlatin do ba tsepi bebe keshin do hajish noya di be wachige peso bakandi lige eshe hot ba hot no sandale eshe hot be belgrana kachbe wachige eshe de khodot de nek wachige peso bakandi lige no eshe trattin do ba kitsen setra do ba goslin deltke belho atole eshe hot ba hot no sandale aro ho de shnit no so Jason Tom in hatolne ashla nazbas ashla nast nakke hastra tsebi nast tostit sheshi are etrahon shlodele den le kushin de zelena se yego hoden khadin nas noda sheshi are trahon shlodele sheshi are da nikelina sins gade lina de yeto lina se bada zolni do yego da loigi are salchini yezda ninda kreha slida bestes khale hoto yo ba honen do ba shlojon le asho ninda credo lidan jono ya da haliado le nenige arolto kalchinda yego jodi khagi na tin do ba na tin shla ikha bi ultra biga da sai anol tsoban helta hojo di anil tsoban helta hojo da si yego ultra da sa ishin hoton har shin da ultra gi lashi na kids atta lashi enle se bi ultra gida lashi ni dia kha iltra oder anin da istragi jalchini ja shla da bena khagon da iltrahle aros la shes tuido sani lan loda hotta hol tragi dina khayol tragi do strana khayol tragi do neznana khay hotta hol tragi ida zelso ata sagi ba khe huinzen har shin da yol tragi shin khen khidini do le horo tenevan ta itnigi do khada beslina ashnigi yo ba khe huinzen hot oya shon nin zonan narul an zon jono na nish
Oh yeah,
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Effie Ed City. I'm the Executive Director for the Office of the Navajo Tax Commission, and I am going to give my monthly report, Facebook Live report to, hold on, I'm trying to get my computer working here. Okay. Again, my name is Effie Ed City. I'm the Executive Director for the Office of the Navajo Tax Commission, and I'll be reporting on our tax revenue collections for from the beginning of fiscal year 2025, which is October 1st up until today. I believe my numbers that I'll be reporting are current up until today. So we will start with the sales tax non-retail collections for third quarter, which is going to be the beginning of March to today. We've collected $6,836,362. Now, this is for sales non-retail. This is going to be our general contractors, our accountants, lawyers, professional services that occur on the Navajo Nation. We separate our sales tax by retail and non-retail. So this is the non-retail portion. Again, we collected $6.8 million for third quarter. Going back to the beginning of October 1st to today, our total collections for sales non-retail is $57,321,340. We pretty much collected 88% of our projection. So we are doing very well in this area. The next tax is the tobacco products tax. Tobacco products tax for third quarter, we collected $13,068. That brings our total to $99,978 for the fiscal year. My projection for this tax was $200,050. Currently, right now, we've collected 50% of that tax, 50% of that tax projection. Possessory interest tax for third quarter, we collected $5,347,500. So for the total fiscal year collections for this tax, $13,896,644. Now, this is our possessory interest tax. This is going to be, it's pretty much similar to a property tax. It's going to be a tax on business site leases. It's going to be a tax on property value and land, commercial lands for, it's a tax on the use of that. So we collected a total of $13.8 million from the beginning of the year to today. So we've collected 66% of our $21 million projection for possessory interest. The next tax is going to be the oil and severance tax. Oil and severance, we've collected $43,546, and that's for third quarter, bringing our total for the year $750,000 and $750,000. I had originally projected $7 million for this tax. With some issues that we've been having as for, well, I don't think it's just only a collections problem. I believe that there was some errors in reporting this tax to begin with. So we've really dropped from the 7 millions collections from previous years to about $1 million. So I'm watching this tax closely. And it's a good reflection on the business activity tax with the oil, with our oil wells, and to see what really is being produced and what the tax rate is on that. So that's oil and service tax is on my radar. Like I said, I projected $7 million, but right now we've collected $750,000. So we've only collected 11% of this tax right now. Business activity tax. This is going to be on our coal mines, utility companies, and such. We've collected $1,597 for the quarter. Not to worry. This tax is filed and paid on a quarterly basis, and the due date for third quarter is going to be May 15. So a lot of my business activity taxpayers have not filed and paid yet. So that's a pretty low number right now. But so far we've collected $5.8 million for the year. My projection for business activity tax was $8.5 million. So right now we collected 68%. And I think we're doing rather well in that area. Fuel excise tax for third quarter, we've collected $1,022,567. My projection for this tax was $13.5 million. So far, our collections, 7.3 for fuel excise tax, which is not bad. We're at 54% right now. And I think we're doing pretty good in that area. The next tax is the hotel occupancy tax. And this tax continues to surprise me with opening the nation back up to tourism and having people travel abroad has really boosted this tax in the past couple of years. I'm very impressed with this tax. For third quarter, we've collected $216,950. So that brings our total collections for the fiscal year to 1.6 million. I had originally projected 1 million for this tax, but right now we are doing very well. We've collected 165% of this tax, so we've exceeded it by 65%. I'm very happy about that. I'm pretty excited to see what it's going to look like at the end of fourth quarter. At this point, we haven't even hit the summer months. So this tax could easily bring in 2.5 million by the end of the fiscal year. I am pretty excited. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Sales is our next tax. Sales retail. This is going to be our brick and mortar stores. This is going to be our convenience stores, general hardware stores, and restaurants and places, establishments such as those. We've collected 1.8 million for third quarter. That brings our total for the year to 10 million. I originally projected 13 million, so right now we've collected 77% of that tax, which is great. I think we're doing very well in this area. Also, junk food tax is another tax that never ceases to amaze me. For third quarter, we've collected 371,000. That's going to bring our total to 1.5 million for the year so far. This is junk food tax. This is going to be the additional 2% tax that you will find on items that you buy at the convenience store. Some restaurants, fast food restaurants, will have that tax on there. That additional 2% brought in 1.5 million. I projected 1.8 for the fiscal year. So right now we've collected 86% of the projection. So we're sitting very well on that one. Alcohol tax. Alcohol tax has been on the upswing for the past couple of quarters. For third quarter, we've collected $19,457. That brings our total to $56,000 for the year. I projected 60,000. Right now we've collected 94% of it. So when you add all the calculations together, so far, from the beginning of October 1st, 2024 to today, we've collected $98,509,088. And that's 75% of the projection that I had originally put out for our tax revenue collection. So we're at 75% at third quarter. I believe we're in a very good spot. I think we're going to hit our projection again this year. I'm very excited. And so of those collections, $49,227 went into the general funds. That's going to be all of our sales non-retail collections, our tobacco products tax collections, our possessory interest tax, oil and severance tax, and business activity tax. All of those have been deposited into general funds. Like I said, that's sitting at 49 million right now. My projection for general funds, it was 69 million. So right now we've collected about 71% of that, which is good. Like I said, we're sitting at third quarter. So anything close to 75%, I believe we are doing rather well. We have quite a bit of different projects set up with our office right now. We have different, like I said, we have a couple of different projects. One of them is the the solar tax. My tax commissioners will be working on the regulations for that to see if we can push that forward. Another one is a tobacco products tax also. We have to pull together some regulations to assist with collecting that. And with the junk food tax monies that gets allocated to the chapters, ONTC has covered their part, so that's out of our hands. It's now being dispersed by, I believe, it's community development. Sales tax, we are finishing up the last of those numbers, so hopefully we will kick that out by Monday, I believe. And so those are our main projects right now that are sitting on the table. And I want to give a big shout out to my ONTC staff. Thank you for everything that you do. Come in every day and do all your assignments. Tax collection is not an easy job, but I do have a dedicated staff of who helped takes care of all of that. So thank you to my administrative staff. Thank you, Tanika, Alisa, and I have Maya Jesus, who's helping us from workforce development. And in our accounting department, I have Tania Stevens, Stan Sandoval, and Tanisha Tracy. My auditors, Regina Dodge, Edward Chi, Laverne Shearholz, and Lawrence Sorrell. Thank you for all of your hard work. My compliance team, thank you to Denisha, Cynthia, Zathina, and Cheryl. And I have a new TCO to bring on board. Her name is Letitia Dodson. Thank you for joining our awesome ONTC team. I appreciate all that you do. And I did forget one individual. My apologies to Miss Emily Vicente. So thank you all for all of your hard work. Take care, Navajo Nation, until I get to report again next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Effie, and congratulations on such a wonderful performance this quarter with your tax collection. Again, my name is Shauna Vendale. I'm the Executive Director for the Division of General Services. I oversee 8 programs within the Navajo Nation government. Of those programs, you have facility maintenance, employee housing, air transportation, records management, Navajo Nation Department of Information Technology, Navajo Nation Telecommunication Utilities, Insurance Services, and Employee Housing. So I oversee those programs. So I have managers managing each aspect of general services. Facility maintenance is one of our biggest programs, along with fleet management, having over 75 employees in those departments. Shout out to my DGS staff here within General Services, Mr. Marcus Ayazi, Miss Minya Toloman. Very good staff here. They've been keeping on top of things here lately, moving things forward with a lot of our projects, which I'll report on here. General Services, aside from each individual program's projects that they have, the Division of General Services also is spearheading several projects within the Navajo Nation. One of them is the Records Management Building. The Fort Defiance Records Management Office is severely dilapidated. If you've ever been there, you can see the parking is very bad, very poor infrastructure. Every time it snows or rains, water seeps in through the baseboard areas. The tiles are popping up. The severe slope, the records are actually about 7 degrees off center. So when you walk in there, everything leans to the north about 7 degrees. So that we've realized that, we've recognized that. Records management for years has been trying to advocate for a new records building, transforming a lot of the records to digital copies. So that's a undertaking that I took with my division and my administration here, my staff and Miss Marlene Slim over at Records Management, where we've attained and we've secured a lease for 2 years from the Navajo Nation Land Department of the Gamerka Warehouse. The Gamerka Warehouse will temporarily house records management while we demolish and rebuild a new records retention warehouse, one that'll fit the needs of records management. Records management, of course, right now we have hundreds of resolutions from the beginning of council, memorandums, executive orders from then chairmans to now presidents. A lot of those documents are on file there, including all the rolls and records from the census office of every tribal member You have additional land documents, just numerous documents that the government maintains. A lot of the records management cases help win trust litigation lawsuits within the past several years, which replenished the Sihasin, which put money into the Sihasin funds, which then went down to the chapters, to the communities, the programs. So records management played a key role in that. So we were able to obtain funding to rebuild the building, demolish the old one, and rebuild a new one. So we're looking forward to that. That should happen here within the next 6 or 7 months. The other big update that I have is the Administration Building 1 renovation, which is the building I'm sitting in currently. Admin 1, we've had some issues probably around 2005, 2006. It was closed for about 3 years. Arviso Oakland came in and renovated the building. There were still some ongoing issues. The Office of Management and Budget had to relocate. They were at the Navajo Nation Museum for now ongoing 4 or 5 years with no resolve to their workspace. However, myself and my planning team here, we were able to, again, secure funding that's been just idle, and we're utilizing those funds to actually renovate, upgrade, and modify the workspace for the Office of Management and Budget on the second floor of Admin Building 1. In addition to that, the Department of Personnel Management will also be getting a minor facelift and upgrade of workspace. And then the Division of General Services, where I work at, we're kind of a stepchild, so to speak. We're kind of moved around here and there, whatever available office space. But within this sort of modification, we have office space being developed for general services in the middle of the building. So we're able to have 5 offices along with the executive director's office in that location. So revenue for the Navajo Tax Commission, FE, I'm sure you'll be pleased with what tax monies we're bringing in. We are pleased to be working with AG Solutions at Farmington, New Mexico, a Navajo Priority 1 business. Renovations costing roughly about $1 million. Again, thank you to previous fund allocations that we've been doing. And then another update is the heavy equipment machinery project that the Division of General Services has been undertaking. We have delivery of 2 backhoe excavators. We have delivery of 3 skid steers, and now we're waiting on the biggest piece of equipment is our motor grader. We've been fortunate to partner with Navajo Department of Transportation, who has been receiving our heavy equipment. Wagner Power Equipment has provided some great equipment for us, brand new. We're going to replace dilapidated, broken down equipment with facility maintenance, employee housing, and Navajo Air Transportation. In addition to that, a big shout out to the Ganado Middle School students who came out to the Navajo Nation Winter Rock Airport. We are pleased to host the children there who experienced some helicopters landing, taking off. They toured our facilities. They toured some maps that were located there. They were able to get a feel of what it's like to be in one of the tribal planes. You know, we showed them around the hangars, some of the equipment we use, some of the pilots from the local BIA Fire Department, BIA Forestry were available, and even air ambulances were landing and providing a insight to what operations they do in the Winter Rock Airport. So we're pleased with that. We're moving along with the Division of General Services. That would be my update here this month for the Division of General Services. I urge you guys to be careful out there. Check on your elders. Some areas are probably laden with a lot of rain. Be mindful as you get off the main highways that there are areas of mud, and just be mindful. Tribal employees, when you're using vehicles out there, be mindful that vehicle abuse is not allowed. So four-wheeling in your tribal vehicle, getting stuck in the mud, those are grounds for disciplinary action. I mean, protecting the people's assets is a priority. So please be mindful as you move about out and around. And then happy Mother's Day coming up here this weekend to all of our moms. A big shout out to my mom out in Wide Dunes, Arizona, and then my Aunt Deanne Sam as well. So thank you all.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lisa Jim with the Fiscal Recovery Fund Office. I'm the Executive Director. Thank you to Effie from Tax Commission and Sean from General Services, Shaunavan, for giving their reports. I'll be giving my report on the fiscal recovery, the ARPA funds that have came to our office. So thank you, everyone. Today, I'll be giving the background of the amounts that were given out. So I'll be doing that, and I'll also be explaining the subrecipient agreements and the interagency agreements, the two differences. So um, back in 2021, when the Navajo Nation received all these ARPA funds, we received over $2 billion. So CJY 4121, we allocated 452,162,596 and 61 cents. And that was, to reimburse the CSN, the UFB, previous CARES, the Center Support Business Services, and the Harch, and some money for the other projects. And then CD 6221, that's where we received the money for hardship. And then we went to the next one, which is CJN 2922. So in 2022, we received money for center support costs and regulatory services. We also received more money for hardship because the $557 million that we initially received wasn't enough. There were some shortfalls, so we allocated an additional $120 million. And then that's where we also received the chapter projects, the delegate regional chapter projects. We also received allocated some money for the public safety, the E901, the rural address, and cybersecurity. We also received money for public health, which money went to detox the residential treatment centers and then transitionals. And then we also received money for water and wastewater. Then we also received money for broadband projects. And we also allocated money to the home electrical connections. And then we also received money for housing for new homes. And we also received money for bathroom additions. That was the big one in CJN 2922. So in CJN 2922, we allocated $1,070,298,867. So you add up those three resolutions, and that's how we allocated the $2,079,461,463 and 61 cents. And that's what we're helping allocate now. So one of the things that that had happened back in May is that the program, the council and the president, they moved some funds over to the RRR, the Revenue Replacement Reserve. Some of the ones of the certified chapters that were already in SRAs, they stayed under the ARPA FRF funds. The ones were moved over are considered the RRR general funds. So right now, those projects are being funded being backed by the UUFB. And so that's what we're working on now. So you have certified chapters with subrecipient agreements. Then we also have some other programs that are doing interagency agreements. Now the subrecipient agreements are for the certified chapters. They had to lay out the disbursement schedule, the expenditure plan, the scope of work, everything that we're going to do with this money. That had to be laid out. So if you go to our website, www.frf.navajo-nsn.gov, you'll see all the reports, the expenditure plans, the balances, everything that's there per delegate. I can go over the balances per delegate. And like I said, CMY, the president signed that into law in June 17, 2024. So I can give you some balances as of June 17. Amber Crowdy shows a balance available of 539,443. Dr. Andy Nez has 15,000 available. Brenda Jesus doesn't have anything available. She spent all her 8.8 million. Carl Slater has 237,975. Delegate Casey Allen Johnson has 1,260,771,000. Shirley Nowzy has 160,469. Crystalline Curley has $9. Curtis Yanito has allocated all his 8.8 million. He has is zero balance available. Danny Simpson has 654,183.53 cents. Eugenia Charles Newton has 7,502,340. George Toll has zero balance available. He expended all his funds, allocated all his funds. Jermaine Simonson has 65,566.53 cents. Delegate Helena Nesbegay has zero funds available. She allocated all her funds. Delegate Herman Daniels Jr. has 1,958,792.01 available. Delegate Arben Mitchell has 116,873. Delegate Nathan Nota has zero balance available. Delegate Norman McGay also has zero available because they both allocated all their funds. Delegate Otto So has 395,647. Delegate Ricky Nez has 503,708.67 cents. Delegate Lester Yazzie has zero balance available. He allocated all his funds. Delegate Shadeen Parrish has 2,190,265.97 cents. Delegate Sean Claw has zero balance available. She allocated all her funds. Stephen Arvizo has 1,095,205.42 cents. And Delegate Vince James has zero available. He allocated all his funds. So right now, if you have any questions, you can come and visit us. There's information how to locate us on our website. We are located in a double wide train next to the airport, as where the admin office staff is. So if you have any questions, you can email us, you can call us. Everything is available on the website. I would like to further thank the FRF staff. Thank you for all the work you do. From our engineering section, Max and Lyle, thank you. For our finance section, Arno and Kyler. And then we have the admin section, which we have Stephen, Juliet, Donna, Victoria, and Tegan. Thank you for all your hard work. Then my monitoring section, I have Leonora. And then I also have Mike. So if I'm missing any of you, please let me know. Please let me know. So, hey, you forgot me again, but I believe that's pretty much our staff. And I would like to also say Happy Mother's Day to your mothers, aunties, mother figures out there. Happy Mother's Day. And I would like to say congratulations to all you graduates, whether you're from pre-K, kindergarten, all the way up to high school and college, all the way through. Congratulations. Education is power. Knowledge is power. So just keep going to school. We support you. And also, again, stay safe and be careful. Be cognizant of your surroundings. And also, thank you for being blessed with all this moisture. Thank you. We need it. So if you have any further questions, please call us, visit our website, come by and visit. We're here to answer any questions you may have. Ekihat.
Arena, where you been so long? Oh, Arena, where you been so long?